Talking with the experts.
Hello and welcome to Talking with the Experts. My name's Rose Davidson from rosedavidson.com, and Talking with the Experts is about all things business by business owners for business owners, and you can find it on SoundCloud and on YouTube. And today my guest is Kate Gray from Boss Bitch Business. Love that name, it's terrific. And we're going to be talking about women in entrepreneurship. And Kate is a top visionary entrepreneur and leader in Australia. Her work has been embraced by entrepreneurs, coaches, consultants, and thought leaders from the US, the UK, Europe, and Australia. She is one of the most influential speakers on business and personal mastery and communicates a message that electrifies, entertains, and educates people on how to be the best leader, coach, consultant, or entrepreneur that they can be while creating the greatest amount of impact in the world. Welcome, Kate.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here.
Terrific. Tell me a little bit more about what Boss Business actually does and how they can help women in entrepreneurship.
Yeah, great question. So Boss Bitch Business was started because I found out only 2% of female entrepreneurs hit 7 figures in revenue. And I was like, that is not okay. So what I did was I created a digital course called Boss Bitch Digital, and it teaches female entrepreneurs to go from pre-launch, launch, and post-launch of a product or a service strictly for online business. So it takes them through lead, sales, and delivery, and it's an entire system. They can either automate or they can do it manually. They can customize it to themselves, and it works for any business. It works for startups. It works for people that want to scale, people who feel like they've run out of their current market and they need to kind of get in fresh blood, so to speak. And it's something that they can just hit green button on and it just runs. So they have an actually fully functional automated digital business that goes from lead sales to delivery, lead sales, delivery, lead sales, delivery, so they can build autonomous wealth.
Wow, that is an amazing program. I wish I'd known about it ages ago. It would have helped me heaps. But anyway, so how I'm a bit lost for words here.
It's New Year's Eve.
Tell me something else about why it's important. I mean, I know that women generally, hit that horrible glass ceiling, and you're right about the not making the 7 figures. They're not on, they don't make board members. They don't get a lot of benefits that their male counterparts get because of, I don't know, preconceived ideas in the male domain. And I'm not trying to make this a sexist conversation by any means. But it is statistically proven that females just don't get the recognition that they deserve. So how can women in business bring themselves forward more so they don't sound like, the coin, she's a bitch, or, she's hard-nosed, or one of those things?
It's a really, really good question. And it's one I've thought about a lot. I feel the best thing which I've done and what's worked for me and many of the people that I've worked with is not to believe in the statistics. So I go in. So for example, I'll give you an example. I talk on a lot of virtual summits and webinars. I've talked alongside Tony Robbins, Les Brown, and I just presuppose everybody on the webinar loves me. I never think that they possibly couldn't like me. And I think, of course, they're all going to buy my products. I always go in with the expectation and presupposition that of course I'm going to have the same opportunities because I'm better than everyone else, regardless of their gender or their point of difference. And I think if we start to actually go in with that mindset, we can begin to create different outcomes. But because many of us, rightly so, are subscribing to a narrative that we are going to be disadvantaged from the offset, we presuppose that we're going to be disadvantaged, and then that creates that reality. So I just go in with a different attitude, just thinking I'm going to be amazing, basically.
Yeah, that's good. But, women traditionally are conditioned to, be, I'm not say second class so much, but, to not be leaders. So I guess it boils down to having a mindset of, as you say, you're awesome, and, speaking your truth, being authentic, all of those things. How do we get women to understand that the mindset of being positive is a lot better for them in the long run than it is, just sitting back and waiting for stuff to happen to them or for them?
Yeah, I agree. Like, we have been taught, that we're second class for a long time. And I think, this is probably not the answer that everyone wants to hear, but I don't think we can get anyone to understand anything. I think that is a choice that they must make for themselves. What we can do, though, is we can lead by example. And the more I can lead by example and pave a way that has an attitude of creation and positivity, as you said, and just presupposing I'm equal. Like, why am I not? Of course I am. We all know that. So why don't we act that way? I just act that I'm going to get the same opportunities, and it happens. The more I can lead the way and then inspire others to start to question how they're showing up, question how they're thinking, questioning their attitude, and then they start doing the same, then we start making change. But we can't actually get anyone to do anything. They have to choose it.
All right. So moving on from that sort of thing, how can women then build an empire with, the 7 figures or the 6 figures even that, they're wanting to manifest for themselves?
Mm-hmm. First is finding something that they would do for free. So when I started my first 7-figure business, I just closed down a bricks and mortar business that I had that did well. We hit high 6 figures, but I burnt out. And at the point of closing it down, I didn't like people at all. And somebody said to me, what would you do for free? And I was like, oh, it's such a good question. What would I do for free? And then I was like, well, I love talking about philosophy. I love spirituality, and I love plant medicine. So working with different psychedelic medicines, because that had helped me years before with an addiction. And I'd worked with many shamans, like Amazonian shamans. And so I'm like, I would love to do that. Maybe I could bring people together, take them to shamans, and we could do the inner work, because I had a degree in Buddhist psychology and philosophy. And I'm like, but no one's going to pay to do that. Like, why would they do that? How wrong was I? Like, that was my first 7-figure business. So that's the first step. What would you do for free?
Yep.
Then find somebody else who's done it. So then the market to message match is there. So message to market match. So you need to know, sometimes you could not have all the skills. You could not be a great speaker. You could be shy. You could lack all of the things they say you should have. But if you have a message to market match and a passion, you're going to win. So they're the first 2 things. Make sure it's something you love, and find someone who's done it before, and make sure that there's a message to market match, and then figure out what your Pareto's law principle you need to apply. 20% of your actions yield 80% of your results. So get really clear at what phase of your business you're in. If you're in a startup, so you're just starting, then obviously cash creation is pretty important. Anything that is a cash creation activity, like gaining customers, sales, digital marketing or offline, all those things that you need to bring people into the door, figure those out. They have to go first. So make sure that 80% of your time is spent on that.
Okay. So you say that you have used your strategies to build your own 7-figure business using intimacy campaigns and no paid advertising. So can you explain what that is and how others can emulate you?
Yeah, of course. So the 7-figure business I spoke of first was all done through Facebook groups. And this was like before Tony Robbins and Dean Grazio and Russell Brunson started doing Facebook challenges. I was doing Facebook challenges. So what I did was, just with the network of people that I had I had 5,000 friends on Facebook. I started putting out content, sharing with people about what I was doing, about psychedelic therapy, about metaphysical, esoteric kind of topics, and going, hey, if you want to know more about this, come and join my Facebook community. It's free. And so then, sure enough, people would join. And on average, I kept about 1,000 people, 1,000 to 1,500. It would drop and go up from time to time. And in that group, I would continue to nurture them, give a lot of content. People that were active, I would form relationships with. As Gary Vee says, relationships are currency. So I'd start having messenger conversations, and then I'd do challenges in that group. where I would take them through a sequence of tasks that were beneficial for them. And at the end of the challenge, I'd be like, if anyone is interested in doing this more, I have retreats, and they're 3 times a year. They're by application only. It's right for you if you're this, this, or this. Just apply below. I literally repeated that method for 2 years, again and again, and it never failed me, ever, not once.
So it's wash, rinse and repeat, basically.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yes.
It's amazing. It's amazing. What is the name, other than this coaching business that you're doing, what is the name of the company that you had before that was selling these great products?
Yeah, it was Ancient Awakening.
Oh, terrific. Yeah.
Yeah.
And because and I don't know how long you've lived in the Mount Tambourine, but it's a beautiful place up there, and what a great place to have, retreats and all those things that you can, just relax and just have an awesome time. So it's so gorgeous up there.
Yeah, nature obviously is pretty beautiful.
It is. And I went and got some thunder eggs from up there once, and I've still got my thunder eggs here. Yeah, I haven't had them polished, but
That's cool.
But I've got thunder eggs from up there. So yeah, I think it was a really good weekend. It was an awesome weekend. So anyone who wants to go to Queensland, go to Mount Tambourine and go and get your thunder eggs, because they are hard to find unless you go and buy them. So yeah, but we actually found our own, so that was really cool.
Oh, how cool. That's special.
It is special. Yeah. No, it was. And as I said, they're quite rare to find. And we searched like all day and we actually found one. So yeah, it was really lucky. Anyway, that's my little special thing for Mount Tambourine. And
love it.
And a big plug, yeah. So tell me a little bit more about your coaching business then, Kate. So how do you help women, from startup to getting them on track and, getting their business up and going towards that 6-figure business?
Yeah. So the core program is how we help people. So it's a 90-day course where we take them through three-part syllabus, which is pre-launch, launch, and post-launch. So we take them right from like the mindset that they need, marketing, so brand, message to market match, positioning, lead generation, and then we teach them on how to make it specific for their service or product, because we do have people that do products, and we do have some men that do boss bitch. If they want to be boss bitches, who am I to tell them they can't be? So there are some gentlemen in the course as well. And so we take them through, we have an online platform which goes through week by week, is released, and we take them step by step through the process. So whether you're starting or scaling, we show you what to do in what order. The biggest challenge I see most entrepreneurs having is not knowing what to do in what order to achieve X result. So that's what we go step by step by step. Do this, do this, do this. And it works very well.
Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, I think that's a great thing. And so where can, how can they get in touch with you to get their hands on this course?
Yeah, so the best place to get in touch with me is Instagram. I'm a little bit obsessed with Instagram. So you can follow me at KateCGray_ or at Boss Bitch Business School. So on either of those, you can go to my link tree and all of the information's there. It's the simplest, easiest way. Beautiful.
And so do you have any other sort of words of wisdom that you can impart to our listeners, especially females who, are feeling a little bit left behind? And I know 2020 has been a really challenging time for a lot of people, whether they have a product or a service or, even the speaking industry, the entertainment industry, all industries have been affected by 2020. So do you have any, final words of wisdom for these people that, could use a bit of a boost going into the new year?
Absolutely. Totally. We still get to choose. So regardless of the pandemic, regardless of any awful life events, we get to choose. Allow yourself the gift of feeling whatever you need to feel, but then move on and choose how you want to handle each day, because crap happens every day to good people. It's called life. We just have to keep going. And each step of the way, if you choose freedom and you choose yourself and you keep moving forward, you will eventually get there. But it takes effort. Every day you actually have to consciously choose it. And so just keep going. And if you've fallen off the wagon and you've let it get on top of you, it doesn't matter. Don't worry about it. Right now is a new opportunity. It's a new moment. Just choose it right now. And then tomorrow, if you fall off again, it doesn't matter. Just re-choose it. And no matter how many times you fall, just keep re-choosing it. And eventually, I absolutely promise you will get there.
Yeah, I agree. It's something that I have learned, not just this year. I mean, although I guess I've found my spirituality a little bit more this year. I started, I don't know, about January. I've delved a little bit deeper into it, and I'm feeling a lot more at peace with myself now than I was at the beginning of the year, and starting to find my own truth and use my voice a lot more than I had previously. So yeah, it's been a really great year for me in that way, because I've actually found myself and I've found who I want to be. And moving forward, yeah, I think it's I've got so much I want to do, and I'm so excited.
Yeah, that's so wonderful. You're a perfect example of choosing. Like, the world was falling apart, but you chose to find your voice. Like, well done. That's so inspiring.
It is, yeah. Well, I think I'm inspiring. I like to feel that I can inspire people. Anyway, Kate, I will let you go. Thank you so much for joining me today. It's been an absolute pleasure, and I will put your details in the bottom of the video and thing when it gets launched. I'm actually relaunching. I've chosen a date to relaunch is 6th of January next year, 2021. So, I didn't do a launch when I first started the podcast. I'm actually relaunching. And so I'm looking forward to getting all my videos together and a smash premiere of all of them. So it'll be absolutely awesome.
Wonderful. Well, good luck with your launch. And if I can ever do anything for you, just let me know.
I will do, Kate. Thank you again, and have a great day. Bye.
You too. Bye.